Hey guys, before we begin today's Music is Win podcast, I want to tell you about a special new deal from the sponsor of today's show, AudioBlocks. They're giving you a triple bundle, video, audio, and images, all for the low price of $149. You can go to audioblocks.com/musiciswin to get all the stock video, audio, and images you can imagine. Again, just $149. That's AudioBlocks, AudioBlocks.com/musiciswin to save on millions of studio quality clips, tracks, and graphics. And now, let's start the show. Oh yeah.
Woo!
We're back.
We're back.
Did you guys miss Bethany?
I know. I missed you. I did. I missed talking to you. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah. We actually only talk to each other on this podcast.
Yeah, never.
The only time. Not during the week.
Not under any other circumstances. But you got to talk to Paul, which I'm no Paul Reed Smith, but, you know. I try.
You are my wife, so I'm glad you're not a Paul Reed Smith.
So how was it talking with good old Paul?
Well, it was quite a treat. I think that it's always fun talking to Paul because I don't really know where the conversation's ever going to go. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that came across on the interview/podcast last week, but if you missed it, go back and watch and or listen. It was pretty awesome. We got to play guitar sort of with each other. It was a phone call, but we both videotaped it on our end. Mm-hmm. So it appeared like a very high quality Skype, if you will.
So what other guests do you think in the future you'll get to have on here? Paul was a pretty good first guest, I have to say.
Yeah, he was a great inaugural guest.
Who would you hope for in the future?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Actually attainable.
Should I aim as high as possible, and that way, if I fall short, at least it'll. What is that?
Yeah. Okay. Who's your if
I would like to get Joe Satriani on the podcast.
That's what I was going to ask.
Because check it out, I have a bunch of guitar players who watch this podcast, our podcast, and he could totally come on and talk.
He seems like a really chill guy, too.
Yeah, I've listened to him on other podcasts. Mm-hmm. He's super humble, it sounds like, and I'm a big fan of his, and I think it would be a really cool conversation and a way to, people go on podcasts to promote stuff usually.
So the sky is the limit for you.
Yes. I'd like to...
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
To get Joe in here.
So basically, it's up to you guys to keep watching and spreading the word about this podcast, and then as it grows, then cool guests will have more incentive to be a part of it.
So another exciting thing that happened was your guitar clinic in Asheville. Mm-hmm. And that was fun. How did that go?
That was a blast. I got to play guitar in front of actual real life humans rather than internet humans, which... I'm not knocking the internet humans, but it's just something to be in the flesh.
Were most of the people that came from Asheville or the surrounding area? I was there, but I didn't get to talk. I came in a little late, so I didn't get to talk to people.
The people I talked to, first of all, thank you if you came and you're watching and or listening to this now. It was great meeting all you guys. It was a pretty nice size crowd, like 50 people, I would say. Which is good for Asheville, and considering I don't have any type of, real life audience, it was cool. But people came from all over the surrounding area, and there were a few people who came from like Illinois.
Oh yeah, I remember them.
And
that was cool.
Some other faraway state that they drove all the way down here. I would say
it was so fun. You need to do more.
On a scale of 1 to fun, it was real fun.
That's off the charts.
I know. Off the chain. And it was a PRS sponsored event to celebrate Musicians Workshop, the store's 50th anniversary. So.
And some people bought
Yeah, people bought guitars.
Some PRS
And
guitars.
I got to make a fool of myself on stage and educate the youth that was there. So, again, thanks for coming down to the clinic. Hopefully I'll do more in other cities.
In other news, we're hosting Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
At our house. Are you excited for that?
Yeah, this is our first Thanksgiving in this house, and it should be
what are you going to cook?
Well, it first starts with the brining.
Yes, we are going to brine the turkey.
Yeah, you got to really get deep in there and butter it and lather it all up.
That's kind of gross.
Yeah, but the more gross you get with it, the better it tastes the next day.
We're gonna have turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, mac and cheese, basically everything that's terrible for you.
Don't forget the rolls.
Stuffing.
You don't make those.
Or dressing if you're from the South. Maybe some vegetables. I don't know.
Cranberry sauce, is that?
Yeah.
Is that like a hate it or love it cranberry sauce is?
Yeah. But actually, I kind of am in the middle with cranberry sauce.
I was looking up who celebrates Thanksgiving because I know we have a lot of international watchers and listeners. And apparently it's Canada and
the
United States. But Canada celebrates it on like the second Monday of the month. So I think they've already
Wasn't theirs in October?
Actually, I don't know.
I don't know either.
But and then like parts of Africa randomly.
What? Oh, I had no idea.
So yeah.
Well, I'm excited. It's a pretty fun holiday. It's just eating a lot of food.
What are you thankful for?
What am I thankful for? Oh, gosh, I have a lot to be thankful for.
Besides me.
Besides you.
That goes without saying.
I don't know. I'm thankful that we get to have Thanksgiving in our house that we just bought. And so that's exciting. And I'm just happy to have family over. What are you thankful for?
That's too sappy for me. I am thankful for guitars and loud noises that are music noises primarily, and that was equally
definitely
bad.
Not as sappy. What? Mine was good. Mine was heartfelt.
You're just too sentimental. I don't like that. It makes me feel weird.
Okay, so that's all the news, really, right?
Yep, that's all the news. I did want to mention though, since we didn't have a formal podcast last week, we're going to move on to the face mail segment of the show. So if you want to send us a video message on Twitter, that's how you do that. You use the hashtag MIWFacemail. Send a quick video memo, whatever you wanted to say. You could ask about, guitar advice, or it could be
relationship advice.
Anything you want. A potpourri of
like we could give relationship advice. Well, I don't know. We're 6 years in.
So yeah, tweet me at musiciswin. Use the hashtag MIWFacemail. And you could be this guy. Face mail from Aaron Poole. And without further ado, here's what Aaron had to say.
Hello, Tyler. Big fan of the show. Hello, Bethany. I'm a big fan of your husband. My question to y'all is, I've got about $750 saved up. Should I buy a used PRS CE24 to replace my Epiphone Les Paul? Or should I buy a half stack to replace this pile of junk? Thanks in advance. Once again, love the show. Keep rocking and rolling.
I will keep rocking and rolling, Aaron. Thanks for the face mail. And so basically, Aaron's got about $750 is what he said, saved up, and he's wondering if he should invest in another guitar or upgrade his amp. And this is a very popular question.
Seems tricky.
Yeah, it's a question that a lot of players deal with. New guitar or new amp, and then for the money, you always want to get the most bang for your buck.
That's right.
And of course, he said he has an Epiphone Les Paul, which is, pretty good mid-range guitar, I guess. And he had that BC Rich, I think, is what I saw there. It looked like a tiny little amp. And I would definitely...
What would you do?
As much as I love...
WWTD.
If you have to choose between one or the other and you're upgrading at the same rate, meaning you're always upgrading guitar and amp, I'll choose a new guitar over a new amp if your amp is sufficient. But in this case, it seems like you might need to, depending on your goals, if you ever want to play live, you're going to need to upgrade that amp. If you're really just wanting to sound bigger, then you need a bigger speaker than that amp. So as much as I love PRS and the CE, that's a pretty good deal for a used CE. But it looks to me like I would go with an amp there. And the PRS Sanzera is a good option, or the Fender Hot Rod.
I thought you were going to say guitar. I thought you were totally heading in the direction of the guitar. And then you're
like,
that
amp?
The amp.
Well, the amp, so the PRS Sanzera 20 watt is a 112 and 719 new.
It's still pretty expensive.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely on the high end. It depends on, if you want to get the most bang for your buck. I played that amp at the clinic, and it was sweet. If you want to save a little bit, maybe Fender Hot Rod or something in that range. Depends on what kind of music you play, too.
So you're saying go with the amp?
Go with the amp. New guitar is always way more fun to buy, but if you're buying a new guitar and you're plugging into that little amp, it's not going to be quite as satisfying. So I might invest in the amp, work on your guitar skills, and then when you upgrade to a new guitar, you're just going to be that much happier.
Sounds good.
That's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Leave a comment if you have a suggestion.
Do you
for
disagree?
Aaron. What will you say? So that's the face mail for this week. We try and do that every week. All you have to do is tweet us.
Thanks, Aaron Poole.
@MusicIsWin, hashtag MIW facemail. Tweet us a message, and maybe you'll be on the podcast. And we've gone a little bit out of order, but never fear. The most popular podcast segment of all time will be revealed right now.
Random fact.
So, Taylor Swift just came out with her new album.
Wow, we're going into the Taylor Swift zone.
And so I found a little Taylor Swift fact for us today.
Okay.
So read it.
In 2014, Taylor Swift accidentally released 8 seconds of white noise onto iTunes, and it almost immediately went to number 1 on Canadian iTunes.
So I'm wondering, what does this say about Taylor Swift, and what does this say about Canadians?
If there are any Canadians listening and or watching, what do you have to say for yourself? I actually, I saw this in the show notes beforehand, and I got a copy of Taylor Swift's release. You want to hear it?
Seriously? That
was it.
That wasn't real.
That's what was released.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. I would have downloaded that.
Well, you and about a billion other Canadians,
I'm just
apparently.
kidding. That scared me, though.
So I think a lot of people had pre-ordered her album, and that's why it, immediately got downloaded and popped up to number 1. But I wonder, she always does weird little hype things.
She does. So do you think that was part of her plan?
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's already sold millions of her new album, which is crazy.
Yeah, nobody does that these days.
Do you think she's just got everybody brainwashed or something?
She just has an amazing marketing team, I think, and releasing that song that literally everyone unanimously hated, I think.
Look
what better way
to
build buzz? And the rest of the album doesn't sound like that necessarily. But she proved the bad press is good press.
There's something to say about the big pop star, especially. I don't know how she does it. Like her songs aren't amazing musically, but you think they are?
I think they're amazing.
But she's really successful at what she does.
Yeah, she's pretty good at stuff. So
she's got something going for her. But she's not the next. Who was it in that article?
Eddie Van Halen?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think so. Especially, I don't think there was a guitar on her new album.
I don't think so either. I didn't hear one.
Or a real vocal for that fact.
Oh, burn.
Sorry, T Swift. You know I love you.
I have a new segment for us this week.
Okay. I'm excited for your new segments.
It's called Can You Play It?
Can you play it? Can you play it?
Yep, we don't have a drop for this.
Right.
But you could just make one up right now. Go.
Well, can you play it? Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
So I have a few challenges for you to see if you can play them on your guitar. Where is your guitar?
I have it set up right
there it
over
is.
there. Let me grab it while you introduce what it is.
Okay, so I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 challenges for Tyler. And I actually got this idea from someone on YouTube. They commented and said, you should have a challenge segment. And I thought, that's a great idea. We're going to put him on the spot and see if he can do these crazy things. So, are you ready?
All right, what's my first challenge?
Your first challenge is, can you play a song left-handed?
Oh, I got to switch it around now.
What song are you going to
I don't know
even play?
if the answer is yes.
I hope you didn't cheat and look at this in practice.
No, I didn't.
Okay, good.
I did not.
Good.
Let's see. Is this the volume knob?
So it's like upside down?
Whoa.
What are you going to try to do? I said a song. Play a song.
Oh, I don't think I can play let me try. I can try. This isn't
I heard
going
that.
well.
I heard it. All right. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
That was good. Can we...
Let me try and play a chord.
That was pretty good, Tyler. Can we get an Audio Blocks cheer?
Thank you, my friends.
Okay, I would say you...
That was not good.
What? That wasn't good?
I don't think it was very good. But it is difficult, that's for
I
sure.
think you succeeded.
If you could
though.
understand what the song was, I guess that's succeeding.
Yeah, I understood
I
it.
technically played a song.
Okay, next challenge for you is, can you play a song behind your back?
All right.
For those of you who can't see, he does have it behind his back. So. All right.
What do we think?
That was good.
That was better than I thought I would do. I think my hand was leaning on the Floyd Rose, though, so it was like slightly out of tune for those of you listening.
Very nice.
But, you know, again, if I can convey the idea of the song, that's a win, I think.
You're just killing it.
All right, what's next?
Next we have, can you make your guitar sound like an animal?
Oh.
And I'll guess the animal you're trying to portray.
Okay.
A horse?
Nay. It's a horse.
Can you do another animal? Duck?
Yeah. I was trying to make it quack.
That was good. Very nice.
You got the duck. That was I didn't think that would work.
It did. Wow, you are just these challenges weren't challenging enough. Okay, next one is play a C major 7 drop 2 voicing in the first inversion on the 3rd string set.
Wow, I didn't know you knew so much music theory.
Yeah, I did some research.
So, C major 7. What was it?
C major 7 drop 2 voicing in the first inversion on the 3rd string set.
Okay, so this would be first inversion. This would be second inversion. There you have it.
Beautiful. Is that comfortable?
How about the third inversion or second inversion? Second, third inversion? Now I'm just getting carried away.
I know. Look at you go. You're never going to stop now. Okay, last challenge is can you write a mini song right this second? Right now. Take that.
There you go.
Beautiful. Great job, Tyler.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're too kind. You're too kind.
Okay, so we are halfway through the podcast. So let's talk about what?
Audio blocks.
All right. You got some sounds for us?
In fact, I do, Bethany.
All right. What are they?
Well, they are Thanksgiving themed because, again, Thanksgiving is upcoming soon. So in case you don't know what you eat, if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, you eat turkey.
That is hilarious.
Let's hear your gobble. That was a gargle, not a gobble.
Oh, that was terrible. All right, edit that out. Let me try again.
What the? That was like a... What was that either?
Okay, I can't do it, I guess.
Okay, that's hilarious. So that was a turkey, which I found on Audio Blocks. All I did was type in turkey. And in fact, there are over 100,000 studio quality sound clips, loops, effects, and more. And we actually have a very special promotion going on with Audio Blocks where you can get a subscription to Audio Blocks Video Blocks, which is all royalty-free stock footage, and their image platform, which is, if you need a picture of something that goes in a slideshow or you want to Photoshop stuff, basically anything you can imagine from audio to video to high-resolution imagery, it's all available for just $149 an annual subscription. So get your deal on the triple bundle, video, audio, and images for the price of just $149. Go to audioblocks.com/musiciswin and get all the stock audio, video, and images you can imagine. That's Audioblocks, AUDIOBLOCKS.com/musiciswin. Save on millions of studio quality clips, tracks, and graphics. And this is actually an interesting thing. I typed in turkey on Audio Blocks, and I also got the Turkey two-step, which I thought was, just a fun thing.
What is the Turkey two-step?
It's this.
Oh, I like it.
Pretty cool.
Okay, next we have Name That Song.
Name that song!
Which we did 2 weeks ago. Last time people were a bit disappointed in you, Tyler, that you didn't get some of the classic
Hey,
rock
it's harder
songs.
than it seems.
It is. I mean, you only have 5 seconds. So I have 5 new songs, and the genres vary.
Okay.
So just, I'll give you that clue at least. And once again, I have 5 songs, and if you weren't tuning in 2 weeks ago, I'm playing Tyler 5 seconds of a song, and he has to guess the artist and song title.
Okay.
And he doesn't have a list or word bank or anything to go on, so he
All right. Hold it up to the mic this time so everybody can hear it good.
Okay, did you just see?
No.
Okay. Are you
I
cheating?
promise.
Okay. All right, here's the first song. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, let me turn my volume all the way up. Okay, here we go.
Aerosmith, Dream On.
Dang it.
Oh.
Okay, we're starting out
You're
easy.
going to have to do better than that.
We're starting out easy.
Okay, good.
All right, fine. You got that one. Okay, next song.
Scorpions, Rock Me Like a Hurricane. Rocky You Like a Hurricane.
Which one is it?
Rocky You Like a Hurricane.
Rock you like a hurricane. Okay. You saved yourself there. Nice save.
Yep.
Correct. Here's one for you.
Red, Taylor Swift.
How did you know that, Tyler?
That's her best song.
I know, that's why I picked it. Tyler actually likes that song, which is crazy.
What is that off of 1989, right? That album?
It's off of Red. Her album Red.
Oh, I thought it was called 1989.
No.
Oh.
This was the album before that.
Okay. Well, whatever album that one is on, I think is her best music.
Oh, really?
So that's why I particularly recognize
Tyler
that song.
knows a Taylor Swift song, everybody. There you go. All right.
Never smarter for not knowing something, even if it's T Swift.
Okay, next one.
Oh, Blink-182.
Yes.
I Miss You.
Yes. Oh gosh, you're
I'm
getting
good.
them all.
If it wasn't for that bass line part, I wouldn't have gotten
I
it.
could have stopped it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, that's a cool part.
Saved
by the bass.
Last one. You've got them all right so far. So hopefully you don't know this one.
It's Joe Satriani, but oh man,
You want to get Joe Satriani in here to podcast, so you better know this song.
Oh crap! I haven't listened to that song, and
yeah, it's an old one. Let me play it
that
again.
must be off his.
I'll play 10 seconds.
I don't know if this is gonna come to me because he always has weird titles for his songs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know the song.
All right, I'll give you a clue.
I cannot think of it.
Who is the man in the sky that some people believe in?
Oh, God?
Yeah, but another word for God. It's like
Omega.
like in church, maybe.
Father. Lord.
Yes.
Lords of.
Mm-hmm,
Lords of. Lords of chaos. Lords of Karma. Oh, that's so long ago. That's a blast from the past.
Did you like that?
Because that was. I definitely listened to that. What album is that from?
That's from
Is that
Surfing.
That's Surfing the Alien or The Extremist?
Surfing with the Alien.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's definitely like the most ambiguous, when you think of that album, that's probably the last song that you name.
Mm-hmm.
Which I wonder, see, that would be something that I asked Joe is, how do you feel about Lords of Karma?
Mm-hmm.
And he'd be like, I don't think anyone's ever even asked me about that song. But that's the kind of stuff I would definitely go back and go through his catalog, and it'd be so great. Joe, get in touch, man. Right here.
All right. So you did very well. You're doing very well
fun.
on all of these challenging things that I'm throwing at you.
I like these segments. Let's move on to a little bit of news. So,
what's the news?
I am working on a new guitar course.
What?
This is big news, people.
You are?
This is a long time coming. The last guitar course I released a free jazz guitar course last spring, but that was free. It wasn't necessarily the same caliber or extensiveness that my paid courses are. And so the last paid course I released was a year ago.
Oh my gosh.
Modern Rock Guitar Techniques. And I've been working on this new course, Guitar Super System Level 3.
Ooh.
So it's definitely the most requested course that I've received from people. And a brief overview, if you guys are interested. And out of all the videos that I put out, the podcast is the long form content. So I don't know how many people make it to this point in the videos, but it's definitely not as many as, who watch my mainstay videos. So you're probably only one of few to know about this, because I'm not really going to make it public until closer to the release date.
Tell me.
Now that I built it up, it's going to cover the 4 criteria that I like to do in all my Guitar Super System courses, which is scales, triads, chords, and arpeggios. And it's going to hit on
Thrilling.
the harmonic minor scale.
I love the harmonic minor.
And if you're a student in either of my other levels of Guitar Super System, you know how in-depth I go into each of these scales to break it down, figure out how to apply it. So this one, people always ask me about the harmonic minor scale, and now I shall deliver it.
So Tyler, when will this next course be out?
December.
So you don't know the exact date yet.
I haven't decided on an exact date, but
maybe
obviously
Christmas.
Yeah, before Christmas.
Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, harmonic minor scale, diminished scales, spread voice triads. I'm going to get into that, as well as various arpeggios that haven't been covered in previous. It's basically a continuation of level 2 from level 1. So
that's the most exciting news ever.
Yeah, and it's always, I spend so much time on these courses, and every year you get a little bit better at doing things. So this is definitely going to be my best offering yet. And all the other courses are going to be revamped a little bit too. So updates all across the board.
Very cool.
Yes, I'm very excited about this.
Yay.
So that's the news. And
big news.
We're going to move on now to see what you guys are saying down in the YouTube comments.
Can you comment? You suck. Can you comment? What kind of strings you using? Can you comment? Bethany's the best. Can you comment?
Well, that was a weird comment.
All right, what we got?
We got Bald and Bearded.
Mm-hmm. He says, I wonder if Paul or even Tyler are conscious of how many PRS guitar sales come from watching Music Is When intergalactic oneness. I was already very curious before, but since following your channel last year, I've bought an SE and then a CE! Exclamation point. I bet tons of others bought PRS guitars partially or completely influenced by Music Is When.
That is a very nice thing to say, Bald and Bearded.
I know. If you had to guess, how many PRS guitars have people bought because of you?
Well, first of all, I want to say that I'm not working for PRS. I think a lot of people get that confused.
Yeah.
I just really, really, really like PRS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I also really like Fender. I have a Fender hanging right up there. Mm-hmm. I just know the people from PRS and they like what I do. So that's where this whole relationship comes from.
It's genuine love for each other.
Yeah, it's all good. But I would say,
it's just cool that people see you playing a PRS and
I would bet 100 people.
100?
Have bought a guitar.
I bet more.
Well, I mean, still, that's
still cool.
If I had to be, set a low number, I would say at least 100 people have gotten.
Even I want a PRS now.
Yeah, and I just want more. I watch my own videos. I'm like, I want another one of those.
All right. So bald and bearded.
That's a nice thing. So next we have Naz Sabal. He says, habits of music is win, please. Which I don't think people say that, but
well, I thought this one was funny because
just watch all my videos, and that's what I do.
But people are always saying habits of, right. And the list just goes on and on. I guess you can't do everybody.
Well, another sneak.
Or can you?
I have a very special habits video that I'm working on next.
Ooh. Can you give a clue?
Well, his face is hidden by an object.
Huh?
That should be a clue for those of you in the know.
Buckethead?
I'm not going to neither confirm nor deny.
Was that a good guess, though?
That was a good guess.
Okay.
Lucas Berger. Oh, what is this?
We want a picture of the ponytail, and it got 26 likes or whatever you call them.
Yeah.
And so
all right,
I searched.
This is a picture.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Okay. You go.
I a few weeks ago in the podcast, we were talking about how when I first met Tyler, he had a ponytail.
Everybody's laughing.
And so I scoured the internet to try to find a picture of, and in my own personal photos of Tyler's ponytail, and I could not find one.
They've been scorched from the earth.
I think Tyler deleted them. However,
I don't think I ever had a picture.
Those were the days before
that was
pictures.
Before, I don't think I had an iPhone. Like, you weren't taking pictures every 4 seconds.
Right.
Crap.
But I did find a really good one of an old fro that
Yeah,
Tyler
so this
has.
was the fro that I pulled back into a ponytail just because I think I had a job where I had to look not like a friggin' hippie. So
in this photo, for those of you who can't see it, it's basically
what do you laugh at?
It's just so
well,
funny.
Okay, so my hair doesn't grow down, it grows out.
Uh-huh.
And it's very curly.
It's super curly. So it's a super curly, just huge fro.
It's just a white man fro. And I'm playing. There's my green PRS right there.
There's your baby.
Yep. Way back. This looks like 2012.
Well,
or maybe 2011.
No. I met you in 2011. So
this is
I didn't
actually
know you then. So.
This actually could be 2010.
Yeah, 2010 maybe.
Yeah. So I'm definitely a little guy right there.
You look totally different.
I think I weighed about 150 in this picture.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
you're a skinny mini.
Yeah. That was before my metabolism slowed down a little bit. But that's as long as I ever grew my hair, and you had to try things and to know what not to do.
If you can't see this photo and you're listening, please go to the YouTube video of this podcast and check it out because you don't want to miss it.
Maybe I'll throw a picture of it up on Instagram.
Oh, yes.
Just to honor
Perfect.
it. You can go to my Instagram and see it when this podcast comes out.
Perfect.
All right. That was Can You Comment? I don't have to tell you guys to leave YouTube comments because you always do. Thank you so much for listening to us and or watching us. You can find this podcast in audio form on iTunes if you just search for the Music is Win podcast. And, of course, we're right here on YouTube where you probably first heard about us. So, Bethany.
Follow me on Insta.
Yeah, what's your Instagram? You're really getting up there. Almost 2,000 followers now.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
But you post really nice pictures, so.
Do I?
That's the reason that people want to follow you.
Oh. Well, Bethany Lars on Instagram, and then on Twitter, I am BethLars07.
Very good. It's only taken us 9 weeks to remember that one name.
I know.
She's checking her phone to just confirm that. In the meantime, the holidays are coming up, guys. Sign up for my email list. It is free, and I'm going to be doing giveaways and stuff. It's just a weekly email about all the cool guitar science and technology.
Guitar science.
And other things revolving around guitar that I've been doing that week. And again, you could have a chance to win some really neat stuff over the next few weeks.
And that is just on your website, right?
Yep. Music is Win website. You can find a place to sign up right there on the homepage, musiciswin.com. All the links mentioned in this show obviously will be down in the show notes in the description. And
I had a fun time talking to you today.
Yeah, it's good to have you back, Bethany.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Until next time, keep shredding.